because you work with a ton of universities, it's really interesting to get your opinion of what you observe. What typically universities set as goals to themselves in terms of what objectives they want to achieve?
Yes, it's critical to work from the prioritized drivers. You need to identify what are the challenges and opportunities you have to implement, and you need to be clear before you do any design and any implementation of what are your goals, and focus on what is important to you, what services you need to provide, and have a clear design of and planning of what is a proper implementation phase and activities you need, and in what infrastructure you're going to do to provide the real services you need at the cost competitive way.
So essentially, what is the scope here? Mostly the staff, or just the faculty, or all the students? So when it comes to managing identity in the university context, how do you define the goals and objectives?
It's basically involving any kind of person or user. Any person can be identified as a potential user, and that could be the faculty, the operational employees, the back office employees, some relatives of the students sometimes need to be part of this environment. So we need to provide a proper identity management to any kind of party that participates in the daily in the daily life of the universities.
That's very intriguing, especially because you worked in universities where there were hundreds of thousands of students, or even large campuses with tens of thousands of students just in a single campus. So one would think that identity management becomes very, very challenging in those contexts. And as a result, one of the prime tools for managing universities, which is called Banner, currently owned by Ellucian, right? Am I correct?
Right.
And so Banner is fairly well known, and they have come up with a way to manage identities. So could you tell us, like, amongst all the tools that one can choose for managing identities, how does Banner basically relate to all that, and what would you highlight as reasons to use Banner in that context?
Yes, we have a very wide variety of alternatives to choose from to manage the identity in the university. We can have the identity management outside of the Banner environment. We can do it from within Banner, and support from within to provide the access to other applications and to Banner itself. But the idea is to, whatever is the solution we choose, to have a standard single authentication solution, and of course at this moment in time we need single sign-on friendly solutions, so we can make it efficient for the addition and removal of certain applications.